Hi there, and welcome back to Public Speaking. My name is Fran, and greetings from everybody here at Mediterranean Leadership Odyssey. Now we are here at Chapter 2, Establishing Connection or Establishing Relationship with Your Audience. In my opinion, this is the most important factor of any public speaking. Because if you know how to establish connection with your audience, and if you're good at it, they will forgive you for anything. If you stutter or if you forget what you want to say, they will think, oh, this is a nice guy. Or if your content is not logical and you're jumping from one conclusion to one analysis and there's no connection in between, they will probably think, oh my God, this guy must be a genius. There are 4 qualities of masters of public speaking. Number 1, they have high levels of energy. They're so friendly and they're so enthusiastic and they're so positive. And think about it. When we watch or listen to other speakers, we don't only want to hear knowledge, we also want to be energized and we also want to be motivated and we also want to be inspired. The second quality is that their content is perfect. Everything is rehearsed and everything is rehearsed so well that it looks like a beautiful act. The third point is that their speech has a purpose, it has a meaning, it has a value for the audience. No matter how good public speaker you are, if you have to speak about something that has no meaning and no value for audience, this will not be a great speech or presentation. Leave it to politicians. You are too good to engage in such activities. And then, of course, quality number 4 is establishing relationship or connection with your audience. Because it's always about your audience. It's always what they need to hear. It's always what they need to learn. You have to think in advance about your audience. When I say that you have to know everything about the audience, then some people tell me that I speak in cliches. But think about it. The more information you have about your audience, what they cherish and what are their values and what they believe in and their fears and goals, you will be able better to structure your message in a way that you can actually touch them and establish connection with them. There are 2 things that we say here. It's one that questions, so what? And you probably heard and read about it. When you think what you want to say to your audience, put yourself in their shoes and then say, so what? So if I would be here speaking about me and what I did in my life, you would probably say, so what? But when I'm speaking about you and what you can achieve and what challenges you will have in your public speaking, then you will say, well, there's something in it for me. How do we establish connection or relationship with an audience? Well, there are 3 ways. The first way is we look them in the eyes. We don't look down at our papers and we don't look up at the ceiling, and definitely we don't look back at our slides. We look audience in the eyes. And the true master of this activity was my mentor, Fred Talbot, and he taught me a lot about it. When he was giving presentation lecture to the class of 50 people, you would have a feeling that you are the only one there, and then he speaks exclusively to you. And once I asked him, Fred, how do you do it? It's only like watching people in the eyes, and for how long do you do it? Is it like 3 seconds? And he said to me, you see only the behavior, and if you know the metaphor of the iceberg, that's only the tip, that's only 10% that's visible. What you don't see is the values and beliefs under it. And he told me, I have a belief that if I come to the person with sincere and genuine message, I can touch their heart and I can transfer this message. And then I have a value that giving knowledge and helping people achieve greater levels of their capability is a very important and very valuable activity in my life. So when I first heard about it, I thought, how can I incorporate that in my public speaking? So later, I thought about that values and thought about that beliefs. And the first time I tried it on my own, I was coming to the audience one by one. I looked the person in the eye and was opening my soul. And this is a funny thing. When you do it, you will either, after second 2 or 3, you will either see a little nod in their eyes, like, yes, I accept you as a speaker and accept your message, or you will feel it. The second way how to establish connection is through a smile. But I'm not talking about that sour, fake smile when you come in front and when you're smiling. I'm talking about that genuine smile of a sincere person who is truly happy to be in a position to share with other people knowledge, wisdom, and experiences. You know, we can tell when somebody has a fake smile. Why? Because when you have a genuine smile, you don't only smile with your mouth, you smile with your eyes. And some people ask me, why are you talking about smiling and you don't smile to the camera? Because it's only camera. There are not people down there with whom I can establish connection. So if I would be smiling right now, that you could tell that it's a fake smile. The third way is through asking questions. You want to engage audience in your presentation or your speech. You want to ask them questions so they can give you answers so you can start conversation between you and them. There's also one way, the fourth. I didn't mention it before. You have to try to memorize the names of your audience. Because you know how it's said, our name is the most important word to us. It's what we call our audio anchor. Everybody loves to hear his or her name. So before you begin, speak with people outside of the hall, outside of the room, and try to memorize the names and then use it in your presentation. Look, word of advice. Public speaking is nothing more than a number of one-on-one conversation. It's never you alone and hundreds of them. It's you and then each and every one of them. And when you connect with them one-on-one, when you speak only to one person at a time, you will surely establish relationship or establish connection. I like to use here a metaphor of that lamp that's used like in police interrogations. If you don't have that experience, you probably see it in the movies. Picture this lamp here, and then always turn it towards the audience. Your focus must always be on the audience, because if it does, then you will be able to establish connection or relationship, you will be able to bond with the audience, and you will be excellent public speaker. Thank you.